Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, I had a voice radio. So today, I'm going to be asking a question which has been on my mind for the last couple of weeks. Is baby Buzzwole, hey Nick, better than Buzzwole GX? It was a ludicrous proposition a month or two ago. And now the reality could be that that statement is actually true, that it is better. Now, if we have a quick look at Buzzwole GX to remind ourselves, you've got 190 HP, which firstly, massive. Secondly, 190 avoids a whole heap of important numbers. So God of War will need 6 combined energy. Oh no, they won't. You got 190, not 180. They need 7. Tapu Bulu can get a one-hit KO with Nature's Judgment. Oh no, wait, they can't. They need a choice band or else they're only hitting for 180. Metagross just plain can't get a KO because with a choice band it only hits 180. There's a whole bunch of ways in which 190 is a lot better than 180. Your 190 HP is phenomenal. Then you add in Jet Punch, which for a single energy does 30 damage to the active, 30 to one of the bench, but then Strong Energy means 50 to the active, and then Diancie Prism Star means 70 to the active, and then Choice Band means 100 damage to the active, and 30 to the bench for a single energy. And now we've got Beast Energy. You can actually add it up to 110 and get a one-hit kill on a Zoroark with weakness for a single energy while doing 30 to the bench. Then you need free energy to either do 160 or with your GX attack 40 damage for each of your remaining prize cards. And that looks a little bit expensive until you realise, wait a second, B-String has been released. B-String allows you to search your deck for 2 basic energy and attach them to an Ultra Beast, as long as your opponent's got 3 or 4 prizes remaining. And you look at Buzzwole GX at the moment, and with all of these tricks, it just looks plain broken. And Buzzwole from Forbidden Light doesn't look as good on paper. Now, the good news is you got 130 HP, so it can take a hit from Zoroark, and 130 is a key number in the same way 190 is. You avoid a lot of Pokemon that only do 120 naturally. Golisopod would be another example. And there is one attack here that looks amazing, but only at certain parts of the game. 1 fighting energy, 30 damage. If your opponent has exactly 4 prize cards remaining, this attack does 90 more damage. Okay, so against a Zoroark, for instance, this is perfect, and everybody looks at this and goes, right, well, you need to put 1 copy of this in every fighting deck to give you a really nice attacker. But then again, it only does 120, so you add a choice band, you're only doing 150. If you're not hitting for weakness, doesn't look amazing. Then you look at the second attack, Swing Around. 80 damage for a fighting colorless, flip 2 coins, 20 more damage for each heads. And that looks a little bit underwhelming and a little bit expensive. But then we go back to those tricks we talked about. So we mentioned the whole B-String thing. Well, that can work on this just like it can work on the GX. And then all of a sudden, you're getting this going pretty gosh darned easily. And then 120 with 2 heads looks fine, but it looks a little bit uninspiring. You add a choice band here and you're up to 150. It's not great. It's not great. But then you add a Strong Energy and you're up to 170 and there's a Tapu Lele KO. And then you add a Diancie Prism Star and you're up to 190 and there's a Buzzwole KO. Or an Ultra Necrozma KO. And all of a sudden this is starting to look a little bit nicer. And look, you're not always going to hit double heads here, alright? But if you've got a Choice Band and a Strong Energy and a Diancie Prism Star, that's 150 with 0 heads. And all of a sudden it's starting to look just a little bit better. But the best thing about this Buzzwole, and I'm sorry if this seems like an obvious statement to make, but I'm going to say it only gives up 1 prize. There are so many Buzzwole counters around at the moment. People are playing Mewtwo from Evolutions. People are playing Mew from Fates Collide. People are playing Mewtwo GX. People are playing Mew EX. Every man and their dog at the moment in all of these Pokemon tournaments are playing a lot of Buzzwole counters. That makes Buzzwole GX kind of a little bit tricky. You don't want to give up 2 prizes. This boy only gives up 1 prize. And let's face it, the best Pokemon at the moment is still Zoroark. If you look at the results from the North American International Championships, go over to limitlesstcg.com if you want to do that. That's where these deck lists I'm about to show you come from. You will see that the top 8 of the North American International Championships went Zoroark Garbodor, straight Zoroark, Zoroark Golisopod, Necrozma Malamar, Zoroark Lycanroc, Necrozma Malamar, Zoroark Garbodor. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Of the top 8 at the North American International Championships, you had 2 Malamar decks and you had 6 Zoroark decks. Also, interestingly enough, 4 of those decks had explicitly main attackers, which were Psychic type. So Baby Buzz here allows you to both hit for weakness on Zoroark, while only giving up 1 prize to all of these counters. And you're still doing a lot of damage. You've still got Strong Energy, Diancie Prism Star. You've still got B-String to get rolling, but you're only giving up a single prize. And if we start having a look at some deck lists from Columbus, we can see here that the tide is turning. So if we take Zoroark Lycanroc, we can see a couple of deck lists. Now, the highest placing Buzzwole Lycanroc was Ahmed Ali, who got 12th place. And we can see his deck list, which, as I've said, comes from TCG.com. 3 Baby Buzz, 2 Buzzwole GX. More Baby Buzz than regular Buzz. If we look at Michael Pramawat, who came 21st at this tournament, 4 Baby Buzz and 1 GX. He's gone even further the other way. He's gone for a 4-1 split. He's basically got a token GX there, either to use Knuckle Impact or the GX attack or do a bit of bench damage if you need to. Michael Pramawat, who, might I remind you, and I don't think this is particularly a question, this is very much a statement, one of the very best players in the world right now. And he is making a statement very, very clearly. Baby Buzz is better. He posted on Burbank City Gym, the leading Pokemon Facebook group, Pokemon trading card game Facebook group anyway, a couple of weeks ago, basically saying, hey, this is the best deck I've ever played. And this is when it really came onto my radar, because I had a look and I went, hang on a second. That's a lot of Baby Buzz and not very much regular Buzz. Now, it's not all this way. There was one particular list of Buzzwole Garbodor doing the rounds. Now, it's kind of awkward because this was the top 3 Buzzwole Garbodor decks, but they were all the same list. It was Alex Schmetsky in 18th, Cody Graham in 22nd, and Alex Hill in 27th. All 3 of them played the same Buzzwole Garbodor list, and they played 4 Buzzwole GX and a token 1 of the Baby Buzz, the way we expected Baby Buzz to be played. But the thing is, that's a very, very different deck. That is an I'm going to shut you down with abilities, spread a bunch of damage round with Buzzwole GX, and then either you're going to set up slowly, and I'm just going to spread lots of damage around, or you're going to use a whole bunch of items to set up quickly, and I'm going to take advantage with the other Garbodor. In that deck, it really makes sense to go for the GX and be spreading damage around the field. But in your general aggro Buzzwole deck, where you're trying to get the most efficient attackers and win the prize race, Buzzwole GX is no longer the way to go. It's not a bad card. It's never going to be a bad card. But the reality we're in at the moment is it gives up 2 prizes and there are way, way too many counters which are being very, very widely played, and it's too much of a liability. In a deck where you're also disrupting, you need the spread of Buzzwole GX to get far enough ahead in the game to essentially put yourself in an unassailable position. But if you're playing Buzzwole Lycanroc or basically any non-Garbodor / disruption list, Baby Buzz is now the way to go. They're both phenomenal cards. They're both going to see a huge amount of play. But whereas Baby Buzz started life as a card where we went, right, put 1 in every fighting deck, because if your opponent's got 4 prizes remaining, Sledgehammer is nuts. And it has now become one of the very best attackers in the format right now. Maybe if Zoroark wasn't so big, you're hitting for weakness, it wouldn't be so good. But it is. Maybe if psychic counters weren't everywhere, making Buzzwole GX so risky it wouldn't be so good, but they are everywhere. And this is my point. This might not stay for the next 6 months. But as it stands at the moment, I think Baby Buzz is the better card. Is that a controversial statement? Do you agree with me? Am I talking rubbish? Although I did, use some tournament results and facts to back me up here. Let me know in the comment section. Go nuts. Be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWassy, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all of that, head on over to patreon.com/PTCGRadio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.